Greetings, riders of fate, children of Jupiter, those for whom the horizon is not a line but a challenge. You're the only zodiac sign that physically dies in stasis. Your nature is a vector, the flight of an arrow shot into infinity. But what is happening to you now? Do you feel this pressure in your chest? It's not an illness. It's your soul hitting a ceiling that has become too low for you. You've outgrown the scenery of your current life. Your reality has become too small for you, like children's shoes that pinch and deform your feet. You're walking in circles, and this circle is tightening, turning into a noose. Let's call a spade a spade. You're stuck. For the past few months, you've been trying to find meaning where there is none. You've tried to light a fire with damp wood, tried to revive relationships, projects, or places that have long since turned to ashes. You smell the musty smell of stagnation, which for a Sagittarius is like poison. Your fiery energy, unable to find an external outlet, begins to burn you from within. This manifests itself in unreasonable aggression, a desire to destroy everything in one blow, an unbearable longing for something more. This is not a whim. It is an emergency evacuation signal sent by your subconscious. The astrological picture of the moment is uncompromising. Your ruler, the giant Jupiter, is forming a powerful aspect with Mars and Uranus. This is the catapult configuration. The universe is no longer asking you to move, it is preparing to throw you out of your comfort zone by force of circumstances. If you don't take a step yourself, you will be pushed back. But there is no cruelty in this. There is salvation. Aspects indicate a severing of the cause and effect relationships that have kept you anchored for the past years. The gravity of the past is weakening. The vertical takeoff engines are ignited. This horoscope is your boarding pass. We're talking about a radical change in the scenario, about moving, physical or mental, about completely resetting your old life and entering an orbit where completely different laws of luck operate. However, before you start packing your destiny, I must warn you of a mental trap that could cancel your flight. Your main vulnerability now is false responsibility and sentimentality. Sagittarians are noble saviors. You believe you are responsible for those you have tamed. You may begin to think, what will they do without me? I can't abandon them. It's selfish. Remember, pity is the heaviest burden. If you stay for others, you will begin to hate both them and yourself. You will become toxic. Your sacrifice is of no use to anyone. You risk becoming an extinct volcano, simply occupying space in the landscape. The mistaken thinking is that leaving is a betrayal. It's not. Leaving now is the only true act of self-preservation and the highest integrity. You don't run from, you fly to. And that's a huge difference. You must understand the fundamental mechanics of what's happening. For Sagittarius, movement is the only form of stability. You're like a shark that, when it stops, drowns because the water stops washing its gills. What's unfolding in your destiny now isn't a tourist trip or a change of scenery for fun. This is the Great Migration. It's a shift in the very coordinate grid in which you exist. Astrologically, this activates the 3rd to 9th house axis, the axis of learning and distant horizons. But under the influence of Pluto, this turns into a fate transplant. You're uprooting yourself from toxic soil to put down roots where the sun shines. How will the arrival of this event physically feel? At first, as an unbearable cramped space. Your apartment, your office, your city will begin to press in on you like the walls of a solitary confinement cell. Objects that once brought you joy will begin to irritate you. You want to throw out old junk, rip up the wallpaper, and delete your messages. This is the instinct to clear the area before takeoff. Your body will begin to demand movement. You'll wake up feeling like you're late for the most important flight of your life. This adrenaline rush in your veins is the fuel Mars pumps into your tanks. Don't suppress this feeling with sedatives. This anxiety is the roar of the turbines before takeoff. The scenario for realizing your ticket will unfold rapidly. The fire element abhors bureaucracy and lengthy approvals. The opportunity to leave, to change jobs, countries, apartments, or simply to leave a stale relationship will appear suddenly. It will be a flash, a phone call, a chance offer, a suddenly available position in another region, or a sudden epiphany that pierces your mind at 3 in the morning. I can't stay here anymore. The key marker of the truth of the moment is the lack of a logical plan. If you start calculating everything down to the last penny, you won't go anywhere. Jupiter favors the bold, not the cautious. A one-way ticket is only given to those willing to leap into the abyss, believing they'll grow wings. Psychologically, you'll have to navigate a turbulent zone. The moment you make a decision, a barrage of tests will descend upon you. The past, sensing that the victim is slipping off the hook, will launch an attack. Suddenly, exes will appear with declarations of love. The boss will offer a paltry raise. Relatives will begin to guilt-trip you. This is a test purchase of your resolve. The universe asks, are you truly ready for scale, or are you just bluffing? If you succumb to these manipulations, if you look back, you will turn into a pillar of salt. The door to a new life will close, and you will be left in a stuffy room with an extinguished fireplace. Your instruction at this stage is cold-blooded severance. You must act like a surgeon amputating gangrene. No long goodbyes. No, let's remain friends with what was destroying you. You must burn bridges. The scent of burnt bridges is the best perfume for Sagittarius on the road to success. The fire behind lights the way ahead. You must learn to say no to everything that doesn't align with your new scale. You are entering the big league, and you can't drag along the baggage of your old fears and obligations. The physics of this process require you to be lighter. Get rid of material clutter. Give away things, sell unnecessary things, close old accounts. The fewer things that tie you to point, the faster you will reach point B. You must become aerodynamic. Feel the wind of change blowing in your face. It's a harsh, cold wind, but it's real. It blows the dust of illusions from your head. Stop looking for guarantees. Your only guarantee is your faith in your star. You are a Sagittarius. You always hit your target, even if you're shooting blind. But to do that, you have to let go of the bowstring. You are entering the most dangerous, yet also the most magnificent phase of your transition, the weightlessness phase. This is the moment when your feet have already left the old shore, but have not yet touched the new. For the average person, this is a state of panic. For Sagittarius, it's their natural habitat. You are a fire sign, striving upward, and it is in this space between the past and the future that the true magic of Jupiter occurs. But here lies the main enemy of your expansion, the fear of emptiness. When you cut off old connections, quit a hated job, or break up a toxic relationship, silence will fall. A ringing, frightening silence. The phone will go silent. Old scenarios will disappear. And at that moment, your mind will begin to panic, trying to fill the vacuum with old garbage. The universe's instructions are categorical. Hold the void. Don't try to instantly plug the hole in reality with the first compromise that comes your way. This emptiness isn't the absence of life. It's a construction site for your palace. Jupiter doesn't build shacks. It builds temples and skyscrapers, but needs a clear space. If, fearing loneliness or poverty during this transitional period, you seize on a bird in the hand, you'll kill your crane. You must endure this pause with royal dignity. Breathe in this rarefied atmosphere. Right now, a sequence of events is taking shape that will lead you to a level of abundance you've never even dreamed of. Let's examine the mechanics of your legendary luck. Many consider Sagittarians lucky, but we know that your luck isn't a coincidence. It's a process. It's the ability to sync with large flows of energy. Now, for your one-way ticket to work, you must activate advance mode. You must begin to act as if you've already won, as if you're already there in that happy life. The universe is a mirror with a delay. If you project the vibe of a refugee fleeing problems, you will attract new problems. If you project the vibe of a conqueror pursuing his trophy, reality will bend to suit you. Change your avatar settings. This applies to everything from your gait to your clothing. You can't enter a new life in the tatters of old habits. Start changing your routes, your taste preferences, your communication style right now, even before you physically move or change your status. You must become a foreign body in your old environment. You must be so out of sync with the current scenery that the system itself spits you out into a better world. It's a law of physics. If a particle increases its vibration, it inevitably moves to a higher orbit. Beware of nostalgia. It's a slow-acting poison. Your mind, defending itself from the unknown, will begin to feed you filtered, sweet memories of the past. Maybe it wasn't so bad. Remember how much fun we had 5 years ago? It's a lie. It's a hallucination. Memory erases the pain, leaving only sugar to keep you in the stable. Remember the concrete heaviness you're running from. Remember the humiliation of seeing your potential rot alive. Write this feeling down, burn it into your subconscious. Let the anger at lost time become your jet fuel. Sagittarius has no right to look back. They don't have eyes in the back of their heads. Your goal is only ahead. Physically, the transformation will be felt through your hips and liver, Sagittarius zones. You may feel a fever, a desire to walk a lot, run, and physically move your body through space. Don't sit still. Stasis is toxic now. If possible, take a trip, even to a neighboring city. Travel heals Sagittarius. The very act of moving, the changing landscape outside the window, the hum of the engine, it's a meditation that rewires your brain. The most brilliant ideas will come to you along the way. You'll meet the right guides along the way. And most importantly, prepare for scale. Have you asked the universe for more money, more love, more freedom? Get ready to accept this scale. Jupiter's great gifts are heavy. A new position will require colossal responsibility. A new country will require learning the language and laws. A new love will require self-improvement. Don't be childish. A happy life isn't an eternal vacation under a palm tree. It's an intense, vibrant, exciting high-stakes game. You're moving away from boring problems to interesting, ambitious challenges worthy of your intellect. And that's happiness for Sagittarius. Your task now is to keep your focus on the lighthouse. There will be a storm. Waves will wash over the side of the ship. Old acquaintances will shout from the shore that you've lost your mind. Let them shout. Their voices are drowned out by the wind. You are the captain of your ship, and you have set course for the Golden Eldorado. Hands on the wheel, eyes on the horizon. There is no turning back. The bridges are burning out, and their flames illuminate your victory. We've reached the end, and the air around you should be vibrating. If you've been reading this with your heart, not just your eyes, your inner chemistry has already shifted. You're no longer a hostage to circumstance. You're a pilot taxiing to the runway. The engines roar at full throttle, and the sound drowns out the whispers of doubt. Feel this moment. This is the second the landing gear lifts off the concrete. The gravity of the past, which has been dragging you down for years, is conquered by the laws of aerodynamics of your spirit. You're entering a layer of the stratosphere where pettiness, resentment, and poverty have no place. Below, beneath the wing of your jet, lies a toy world you've outgrown. Small people with their small problems turn into dots and disappear into the fog. You've received your one-way ticket. This isn't just a metaphor. It's an energetic contract with Jupiter. You signed it with your willingness to risk everything for your dream. And the universe puts its seal on this contract. There's no turning back, not because it's forbidden, but because you physically cannot squeeze yourself back into the shell for which you just hatched. Your personal scale has expanded. Trying to return to the past now will tear you apart. Only forward, only at supersonic speed. Your compass no longer points north, it points to meaning. And there, beyond the horizon, awaits you a life you've only ever tasted in dreams. A life full of vibrant colors, global goals, and people equal in caliber. Ritual, activating the visa of destiny. To consolidate this transition and prevent fear from turning you back halfway, we will perform a navigation ritual. Sagittarius rules geography, maps, and expansion. We use this symbolism to create a neural pathway to your new reality. You will need your passport or any identification document, the symbol of your social avatar, a red marker or pen, the color of Mars, the color of action and energy. A world map, open it on your phone, tablet, or use a paper atlas. Help 2. Choosing a PowerPoint. Open the map. Don't think logically. Let your hand or gaze intuitively fall on a place you associate with freedom and happiness. This could be a specific city, country, or simply a point in the ocean. This is your mental beacon. Declaration of intent. Place your passport on this point on the map, or touch it to the screen. Place your right hand, the hand of action, on top. Close your eyes. Imagine a powerful pulse of fiery energy flowing from your palm through the document and into the map. You're not asking permission to go there. You're notifying the space that you're going there. Visualization of detachment. Say out loud, in a loud and confident voice, without trembling. Boundaries are erased. My world is limitless. I leave the territory of fear. I accept the citizenship of luck. Feel a multi-ton weight lift from your shoulders. The walls of your old prison have crumbled. Path symbol. Take a red marker and draw a small arrow on your left wrist, near your pulse, pointing upward or forward toward your hand. This is your compass. Throughout the day, every time you look at this arrow or feel your pulse beating beneath it, remind yourself, I am in motion. I am flying. You have performed an act of mental magic. You have redirected the arrows of your destiny. Now watch for signs. In the next 72 hours, space will begin to throw you confirmations. News of moves, job offers, meetings with foreigners or people from afar. Seize every opportunity to expand your horizons. Don't reject anything new. Say yes to any offer that seems frightening in its novelty. Fear is an indicator of growth. Follow fear as a beacon. Now, to finalize this process and give your subconscious the command to irreversibly launch the program for a new life, go to the comment section. Sign this freedom contract there. Let these words become the roar of your turbines, heard by the universe. Right, ticket activated.